to the Mulligan Menace. Today we're playing Mono Blue Robots, artifact-centric play here. Um, Look at what we got here. We have bounce offs. This is really gonna enable you to slow down the opponent, and it also actually clears the boards in some key attacking situations. You got your Lapship. Really nice to have a one casting cost artifacts in this deck because they really come in handy to help give you affinity, as well as we got the boots. This comes in clutch with haste as well. You can utilize this in combination with a warp creature, so something like the Mechanozoa, however you pronounce that. When you warp this in, you can actually attach the boots to it and it can attack right away. So not only can you get the benefit of the warp, but you can also get the attack from it. It becomes really big. So you got the Soulcleaver here as well. Comes in handy if you have a lot of people, a lot of things getting removed. Um, kind of like the bounce offs, we got the blasts here. If they attack in, you can actually create artifacts or an artifact as well. So that gives you helps with your affinity. Diversion units allows you to do some countering. This is a really nice card. This is probably the best card in the deck, the Escort. You can drop this on turn 2. You can even do the warp of this, and it becomes a 6/4 attacking on turn 3, which is really awesome to have. Otherwise, you can even go into something like the Scrapbot, which will be a 3/1, and that becomes a 3/4. But you get extra artifacts, which then gives you your affinity art for artifacts, so you can get into like the Valkyrie or your Memory Guardian, which again pumps this up to like a 5 or higher attack. Obviously, 7 attack on this thing because you have a Valkyrie out is huge. We do have a 1 for the Light Jammer in there. It has flash. It does give your creature hexproof. So when you have one of these guys and you want to protect them, or if you have a nice flyer you want to protect, this is pretty critical. We do have 2 Tezzerets as well. The key for the Tezzeret is you want to get that emblem down. If you can get that emblem down, you're almost guaranteed to win the game. So make sure you get this thing up to 7 as fast as you can, so you can send it back down and get the emblem. Um, it's a huge card when it comes to that. Constantly be able to put 3 +1/+1 counters on every artifact you have. And keep in mind, everything in your deck is basically artifacts. So it doesn't matter what you're laying down. You're basically automatically creating either a big creature or you're creating a creature from something as simple as a 1 casting cost artifact. So hope you enjoy the games. Please subscribe to get more decks like this. Enjoy doing them for everybody. I'm trying to post every day this month. And if you could, click on the subscribe button and have fun. All right, let's look at this hand. Land. A lot of disruption if we go against creature. Let's try it. Here, I'll tap land first. That's a good draw. We're going to want to get rid of that on the attack, so we'll bounce it. We're going to get a little greedy here. Try getting this down. We'll let that back to protect him. I'm okay with that. Could leave that up. I think it's almost worth doing this first. Throws the loyalty.
Mana still obeys me here. Work harder.
Probably will block, just because we want to retain the counters on this guy. That'll give us double counters.
Mana still
We'll get
obeys
our
me
emblem.
here. Everything from scrap to
Means we can
stardust.
start turning these guys into creatures. Might as well station while we're at it. I should have waited for that.
My will is my own.
Let's see here. Any benefit to bouncing this now? Suppose we could cast this next turn. Probably just want to clear the coast here. Warp that. 5. What we can do is station this. We can actually untap it.
Obey me. I am in charge here.
I'll attack with both. Alright. Playing this one a little slower. We have them dead on board, so. But they got ways to block. But I can bounce creatures, which they don't know about. So I kind of wanted to keep this in my hand, as allows me to tap anything down. Like that. Oh, wow. Well. We'll just do this right away. All right. They give it up. All right. Let's see what we got here. Be nice to get the Tezzeret down fairly early. Or we'll get the... do the boots down early, but I might just keep that in my hand for the Tezzeret. We'll keep it. We'll see what happens. We're on the place, so it's kind of nice. All right, green. See if they do much. I did get a 3-2 here. Actually thinking about just dropping this. Nah, I'll actually throw this out there. That way we have a blocker for Tezzeret when he comes down. And we can start pumping him up right away. No luck. Alright. Nice to have that, but we want to get this out because this really does take over the game pretty quickly.
This technology is advanced. Make yourself useful.
Fortunately, we don't have enough open mana for this. He's going to try attacking Tezzeret, I would think. Hey, I'll take that. We can actually bounce that when it comes out. Let's see here. What do we want to do? We can warp it. It needs 4 to get that. And then he would attack for 4. I'd like to get 2 artifacts, and I can do the -7. And I suppose I can do...
Soon you This technology is advanced.
Let's just get the emblem.
All of space, yet nowhere for you to run. Soon you grovel.
Next turn, we'll be able to warp this in with the bounce. Or warp this in an attack. Because we get the haste. Ooh, perfect. Love to see them wasting their mana on this stuff. This is a great combo. The haste on the warped in creature. Not only does this pump the escort, but it also gives it haste. Well, that's a good sign too. They're wasting removal spells getting land. Well, I think we're going to go for it. We got it. Nice one. GG. All right, what do we got here? We got some bounce, removal, affinity. This will be a good turn 3. We'll keep it. Probably not a bad idea to... we'll wait one turn. Let them drop something and pump it up for the attack. I have to pay to solve it, so we're okay with that. All right. My turn. So allow us to keep the bounce off. If they want to block, they can block, but they ain't going to. Be able to cast both of these next turn, but then we wouldn't have bounce off left up. We might actually end up using that this turn. I think they want to attach this. That puts 2. They didn't get their land though. Yeah, I should have bounced that before. That's going to allow them to cast a creature, but I can bounce the creature, so that's okay. Clear the board. What do they got? Wow. That's okay. We'll get that counter out of the hand. That'll set us up for a really good turn here. We got a lot of threats here. Ooh. That'll be nice because we can do the attack right away. So we're going to keep that on top. Guessing they have a artifact they're going to drop. This will be handy. It'll give us a chance to have anything that comes into play at haste. Wow. Why are we sacrifice. Okay, so they can sacrifice. We're gonna say no blocks on that. We technically have them dead in the air. No, not anymore. That will come in handy. I'm going to switch this over to one of the other flyers. That'll give us evasion, but we'll also have this, which is nice. Might have to solve this to have a secondary blocker. Wondering if that's what they're thinking. I'm fine if they equip this. I don't think they realize I'm going to bounce something, but look at that. They left their land open. Makes me wonder what they're going to do. Let's start out by bouncing that. Do they have a counter spell? They negate it. Okay with that. Technically, once they have a removal, this should get them. But I think they have something. Nope. That shouldn't matter. Five damage. Alright, we got there, boys. Alright, let's take a look at this hand. I go first. A lot of affinity. At the Tezzeret, we'll keep it. See what we're playing against. We'll get that drop right away. Actually gonna drop this first. We will leave it for defense. That gives us a chance to drop the robot, the scrapbots for the 2. Ooh, I should have searched. Well, they give up anyways. Good games. All right, decent amount of land here. We got to bounce off, slow them down a bit. Like to see an early escort. We can warp this in, tap something down. What's nice is when you warp this in, this will become a 6/4. All right, we'll we'll keep it. Get our escort down early. Ooh. Double escort. Would be nice. We're actually gonna bounce that just to slow them down. We'll free ourselves for a turn. Warp this in and we'll have a good attack next turn. That frees up for attack next turn. We'll drop a Memory Guardian, which will make these guys 5/4s. That ain't gonna do it. But we're not gonna have enough damage here. If we draw another... Oh, they got a blocker. Well, it's ward. We can get our guy back. Let's just do this. It gives us a little bit of an attack. We can still drop the Guardian next turn. And either creature will be lethal if they can get through. No, not anymore. They gotta double spell it. They can attack. Nope. Alright, well in that case, I'm actually going to drop this to get more artifacts down. I'm okay with them blocking. All the more reason for me not to try to drop the big guy first. Well, that's a bit of a bummer for that. Let's see here. I'll drop both of these. Tempted to do a double attack. I mean, they could block and kill that. Either take 5 or block there, or if they double block, I get 3 through. 4. The only issue is if they kill one, I'll still be... Yeah, we're good. Double block. Nope. I am okay with that. Unfortunately, they both have reach. gonna do is we'll attack with this. Let him double block. Get rid of one of them. Shoot, we don't have 6 yet for that. Well, we'll be able to get a land so that we can cast it next turn. Could have cast this turn. It gives us the additional reach. He's got all the reach in the world here. I'm gonna cast this one first, actually. Surveil. Get another one. No attack. It's okay. We do have to hurry here, though. That's not good. But we'll double block whatever they attack with. That's interesting. He wants to kill off one of my creatures. I will get that one back. Ah, we got there. All right, to wrap those games up, that was actually pretty fun playing this deck. I love playing artifacts. It's neat to have the affinity effects with these things. Um, I was surprised at how good the boots were in this deck. I would actually probably increase the boots, get rid of the Soulcleaver. Um, this really came in clutch when you could just drop these large creatures for next to nothing. I mean, 2 casting costs, and I think we had in one of the games for something like that, and you throw the boots right on it. You just have a 6 attacker in the air, haste. Same thing with this. You can warp it in and get haste out of it. Was huge in there. Obviously, the escort is a champ. Dropping that on turn 3, um, or turn 2, and then followed it up with a turn 3 dauntless is awesome because that then folds into one of your affinity for artifacts and just grows it so quickly. Um, Desculpting Blast, I think you saw in the games I was using that to grow our artifact count really fast. Really having fun with the deck. Tezzeret, he was a champ. You get that -7, you win the game. You saw in a couple games where I got that, and it was just overpowering. So really enjoy the game. I think there's some tweaks you can make on it to make it even better. But it is a fun deck and definitely something to try out. Not too expensive for this, especially to have some of the planet cards already um, from the last set, Edge of Eternities. But it's it's a fun artifact deck. Have a good day and please subscribe, and we'll see you later.